Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Will's Mediumship and Numerology channel. If you're new to my channel, I certainly appreciate both your viewership as well as your subscriptions. Okay, so what I like to do is to continue the discussion that we had regarding Malcolm X. Okay, in this reading, I'll just like to address a few lingering questions and hopefully provide answers provide answers directly from Mr. X. Okay, if you guys like this reading, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share it with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button so that you receive future readings of this nature or just readings from this channel. Okay? Be sure to give this reading a big thumbs up if you like it, okay? And share it with others to whom you think might benefit, all right? So what I'm going to do, I'm going to go on and just use the same card. I'm going to taking from my African American tarot tarot deck, and we're going to use the Emperor once again to represent Mr. X during this channeling session, okay? So now, as usual, I'm going to go on and just do a prayer here to invite Mr. X here so that I can ask these questions, okay? So, dear guides, dear ancestors, dear deceased relatives, those who walk with me, may the grace of understanding and awareness open up my mind and my heart to receive soul insights and enlightened knowledge. I ask that only the highest of intentions and energies be present in this experience. Please help me release my ego fears so that I can clearly see, clearly feel, clearly hear, and understand the responses and answers Mr. X wants to provide us today. Okay? So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go on and I've jotted down a few questions that I'd like to ask Mr. X. And I've noticed from doing part A of this reading here, one thing that Mr. X said here when we closed that session was that certainly culpability is certainly a key factor in this case here. So, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to go on and just ask him specific questions here. Okay? So, let's go on and just address the first question. And that question is to you, Malcolm. Did the Nation of Islam or leaders, if you will, prompt or plan your assassination? Okay? He's given me a resounding yes, ladies and gentlemen. He says that after this was done, they even celebrated or they had some type of a secretive party or an event. He's showing me three people in particular who were the main culprits, particularly from that organization. So, Malcolm, why do they want to, I'm sorry, Mr. X, why do they want to get rid of you? He's given me the impression, ladies and gentlemen, that fear somehow, they were fearful that somehow he would rise to a higher level than they, in some way, I'm getting. He's saying that they constantly berated and slandered him. They made false accusations. And just simply, ladies and gentlemen, did things out of spite because he said he was just getting too much acclaim and or attention, if you will, that I'm kind of seeing here that he wants us to know. Okay. All right, Mr. X, let's move on to our second question here because again, we are examining culpability. Okay, let's look at the role of the New York Police Department. Okay, we have come to understand, Mr. X, that there was an undercover agent inside of your or working with your security team at the Audubon Ballroom where the killing or your killing actually transpired. Okay, so did NYPD play a role in your assassination? He's giving me a very, very strong, resounding yes, ladies and gentlemen. And he's saying, too, that justice is going to prevail and is going to get served here. It looks like that there may be some case or something that might be coming up soon where I'm kind of getting a strong indication. I'm seeing a judge, and either she has blonde hair or it's a judge with very light hair that I'm getting. That's going to decide uh, in the family's favor that I'm getting here. Okay, Malcolm, Mr. X is certainly indicating to me that this is not over and the fat lady has yet to sing. Okay, he wants his family though to know that a female, as I've indicated, because he's showing me that again. I guess he wants me to reiterate it. A female judge will kind of right this wrong, and not only a court order or a trial is imminent, but also they will receive a very substantial settlement as well as an apology I'm getting from that apartment for the role that they played here because it seems that it was in fact a lot of cover up that I'm getting. Okay, I'm kind of getting uh, a strong impression that the NYPD feel that he injured them in some way, or perhaps their reputation, and that's why this happened. Okay, they didn't want Malcolm, Mr. X, to really be their protector. This is what he's saying, if you will. Someone he's saying who really preserved and took a stand for those whose voices were muted and have been muted for some time here. Okay, let's move on to the third question here um, to see here then, because again we are addressing culpability, the role, and we need to look at the FBI now. Okay, so Malcolm, I understand that the FBI had like some sort of blanket surveillance on the Nation of Islam and as well as your organization. Okay, so did they play a role as well? Another resounding yes, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I'm getting a strong impression that someone, it looks like someone from his past, I'm kind of seeing he's showing me resurface into the picture, and this person assisted or collaborated with the FBI, or they all worked together. I'm kind of getting. They all did this, okay? Sharing Malcolm's plans and possible whereabouts so that this could actually go down or happen the way that they want to, okay? Now, Malcolm, I have another question to ask as well, okay? Did officials purposely lose or heavily redact records to conceal the truth of what actually really occurred? Another resounding yes, ladies and gentlemen. And he's telling me that one man in particular was the ringleader, okay? And this man that I'm picking up, he seems to come across very compassionate, or he has somewhat of a compassionate nature. So I'm going to say that it might have been the water sign. I'm kind of feeling like a Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio associated with this. Okay. Next question, Mr. X. Okay. Did officials remove the gun that was never recovered at the scene? Another resounding yes. This was another cover up. So all of these different organizations and systems, they seem to have worked together here that I'm getting here. So it seems to be clear that, you know, he was wrongfully killed, I'm getting. So I'm going to have to ask you this last question, which I've always wanted to ask, okay? Of course, you were here before my time, okay? But I'm going to go and ask this question, okay? Unlike Dr. King's approach, why was your why was violence your chosen strategy to kind of bridge the racial divide here? Okay. So this is kind of funny, ladies and gentlemen. He basically said because he don't take shit, he never took shit off of no damn body. Okay. And he's also telling me that he just felt that that was the only way to kind of shake up things and to get progress here. Okay. He was very passionate, but he was very impulsive, I'm getting. And he felt his method was the best way to really bring about the helpful ameliorations that the world really needed, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, this made for a very interesting discussion. Okay? It certainly seems that justice is coming. And I think it's going to come very soon, ladies and gentlemen. Okay? So, keep in mind that if you guys like this reading, be sure to give it a big thumbs up. Share with others to whom you think might benefit, and be sure to press that subscription button. Okay? So, in closing, I'm just going to go on and just shuffle up my postcard to just get one final message that Mr. X would like to share to us as well as to the world at large here. Okay? So, what final message, Mr. X, would you like me to share? What final message? And once again, thanks so much for coming and sharing uh, the information that we need. And I certainly hope that this information will help those who are fighting to resolve this case. And after selecting this card, I'm going to go on and select 20 letters as well to kind of identify the people or various departments who might be the culprits behind his assassination. As we've already identified through the reading, that they all were pretty much, but perhaps these letters can hone in as well. So let's go on and just get a message first. All right. Let's see what it says. Dear you, on Earth, humans learn about life by telling stories and creating new ones based on shared experiences. Eventually, after repeating one often enough, it becomes your main story that you use to define yourself and the world. So, to get to the answers you seek, you must get vulnerable and hear your story when you tell it. Ask, why do you tell it? Is it really true? What else can be true? Can you see the truth that spirit is in all things? Do you see how other stories overlap and intertwine? Spirit loves stories, for they are like blueprints for co-creation. So tell the one that we know to be true about you a story of courage, a story of gratitude, and a story of honesty. Tell an empowered story about well being, wisdom, and grace. You will experience your world according to the story you tell about it. So make sure they are stories that make you proud, genuinely loving you all. And genuinely, Malcolm is saying that he's certainly a fan club, all right? So, with that said, and as promised, I'm going to go on and just select 20 letters out of my magic bag of 200 tablets here. And we're going to try to unmask the various departments, hopefully, or people connected with this very, very, very heinous act, okay? Let's go on and just see here. And Malcolm, I asked before leaving that you help guide me to these 20 letters to help identify the culprits behind your killing. Okay, 20 letters, Spirit. 20 letters, Malcolm. 20. Okay, give it to me. Okay. Start off with these first. We have an E, an A. We have another E. Okay, and perhaps these letters may be useful to the family. Okay, we have a T, an A, another T. Wow, another E. We have an F. Okay, a P. We have an L, an R. Okay, another E. All right, let's count these letters. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. So, Mr. X, I need 8 more letters. 8 more letters, okay? 8 more letters to help us identify these culprits or these various organizations connected with this. Okay, 2 more. Okay. We have another A, a D, a G, W, a U, an O, a C, and last but not least, we have an O. So these are the letters selected. I don't know how they may resonate, but we're just going to try them anyway. So there are 2 O's. I'm just going to call them back to make sure that each and every one has those. 2 O's. We have 3 A's. Okay, there are 4 E's, a C, an R, P, L, U, W, 2 T's, an F, an F, G, and a D. Okay, so this concludes this session here. Again, ladies and gentlemen, if you like this reading, be sure to give it a big thumbs up, share with others to whom you think might benefit. Press that subscription button and be sure to send me over your comments. I certainly like to hear what your thoughts are. If any of you wishes to have a more personalized reading, you can certainly access my website to schedule your reading there, or you can email me. All right? Have a nice day, and thanks for viewing.